Greetings everyone, my name is Steele, and welcome back to Perceptions of the Dead Volume 2. The creators added 2 new chapters to this, and I'm so excited because I didn't think that this was going to get more content added to it by the end of the month. And here they go, giving us a Halloween surprise. So now we can continue the story and find out what happened after the whole no fiasco that occurred at the end of Chapter 1. So now we have Undercover Undead and Garage Reverie, which I don't know what that's going to be about, but we sure as hell will find out. And I do like the way Jill is looking all cute and sexy in that picture there. Oh, that's cool how that changes as well. Oh, man, I'm liking the art style on this more and more. All right, enough gushing. Let's find out what we're working with here. Tyrone and Jill investigate a series of suspicious disappearances and with the help of Tulip. It's still murder if it's a ghost that dies. Not necessarily, in my opinion, because I feel like that's just helping them move along to a different plane of existence. Now, before I hit play, I'm just going to say real quick that I'm going to conduct this the same way I did Chapter 1, where I'm going to break it up in 30-minute increments, because I don't know how long these are going to be, and it's just going to be for the sake of piling up more content. Content warning: self-harm, cyberbullying, and suicide. Ooh, we're going to get heavy on this. Please take care of yourself. Yes, please do.
Where am I?
You are in custody.
And who are you?
I am with the government. But you can see who I am without even trying, can't you?
More like what?
I concede that point.
What do you want? I just want to go home.
No. I'm afraid we can't let you do that. Not yet. Not after that stunt you tried to pull in Misty Mornings.
Stunt? Stunt? Do you have any idea what I was trying to do?
In fact, I do. I know more about it than you, in point of fact. Including the flaws in your design. Heavy stuff, the guys in R&D tell me. This was not the novicery of an acolyte. You should know, I'm very impressed.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Why is her picture constantly changing in the files?
I am not easily impressed.
I mean, the design wasn't wholly original. I rebuilt the original ritual from old photos of the Rookard's ritual. The alterations were supposed to end the spell, which didn't originally include a condition for it.
Yes, I see those. Well done. Too bad you didn't realize the damage you did to the spell in implementing those elements. Made the damn thing lethal.
Oh.
A moment of silence passed.
In the end, I suppose things turned out for the best. No one ended up dead, and by luck you had someone fix your little nuclear bomb of a ritual. The residual explosion even had the added benefit of covering up the evidence of your attempt.
Yeah, Owen really came in clutch fixing up those runes. He really seems to know his stuff.
I couldn't have had a cleaner operation on purpose.
A pause.
Well, that's not true. But it's nice not having to do a cover-up. So, as they say, no harm, no foul.
Another lingering moment of silence clung to the air, stagnating the already stale confines of the room.
Okay. So, does that mean I get to go?
No harm, no foul is no more than a joke. Believe me when I say that I can't let someone with your potential just walk about unchecked. But in the same breath that I am binding your hands, I shall offer you an olive branch. You are a dangerous woman. An acolyte who thinks she's special because she can piece together old ritual work and make a half-assed attempt at modifying it. Do you know how many people I have working for me with that level of ability?
Probably a lot.
None. I'd like you to fill that role. I'd like to offer you a job.
You want me to work for you? But I already have a job.
You can keep doing that. After all, so does Miss Count.
Miss Count?
Jill Count. I'm sure you're familiar with her.
She works for you?
In a way.
I'm in. Let's do this. Bring me what you got. I'm on it. Anything she can do, I can do twice as fast and twice as well.
Within that black cowl, there was a sensation of a smile.
Wonderful. I like that gumption. I'll bring you the case files. I want you to try to rebuild the rituals immediately.
Wait, what? I thought I was gonna be, like, out hunting ghosts and stuff, like Jill. I mean,
Kiki took a moment to look away, somewhere distant where his eyes could not follow.
I'm pretty sure I'd be better at it than her.
Perhaps in your own way you would, but Miss Count possesses a certain ability to resolve her cases peacefully that seems intrinsic to her very nature.
Clearly you haven't ever seen her play Overwatch. She's a Genji main.
Hey, what's wrong with a Genji main? At least she's not a Hanzo main. God, that's where the joke lies. The spook didn't respond.
Yeah, I bet you're a Reaper main.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Break room is down the hall, bathroom beside it. If it doesn't have a label, you're free to anything you find in the fridge. Let's get to work, shall we?
Sure, why not?
Okay, I get it. So the pitches was changing to relay her emotions during the conversation.
Good morning, gals and ghouls. It's me, yo girl, Jill Count.
Aw, snap digging dog. Your girl is back, yo. What's crack-a-lackin'?
And to all you dead dudes and accolades out there, we've got a very special broadcast for you today.
Accolades. I like it. That's a clever twist on the word.
Accolades? Accolade ladies? Not my best pun.
No, Jill, that was brilliant. Stick with accolades. I like it.
Back to the subject. We're going ghost hunting. Not in, like, a most dangerous prey kind of way. It's more of a ghost investigation, really. And not like I'm gonna go grab my neutron pack and go blasting away at wild ghosties.
Jill, it's a proton pack.
Proton pack, whatever. It's all nonsense involving impractical uses of subatomic particles. So yeah, if you haven't already picked up on it, I'm not going alone. We have the terrifically talented Tyrone taking the lead for today's tirade.
Yay.
Hi.
He's not terrible talkative.
I just don't like being on camera.
That's fair. You're causing more distortion than Owen when I pointed at you.
Yeah, I do that.
Did they change his voice actor again? His voice sounds deeper this time.
Or I do now, anyway.
I don't suppose this would be a good time to ask you a little about your perspective of the events from Misty Mornings?
I'd rather not talk about it. And speaking of Owen, where's your ghost?
Tyrone, I'm right here! Which one?
The one not stuck in a phone.
Oh,
Jill looked around. It only took her a moment to find Owen exiting a shop. He held a bright pink box in his hands and quickly floated, in a less literal sense for once, up to the searching pair.
I got cupcakes for us.
Owen, please don't tell me you stole those.
Whoa, rude, brah. I paid in cash.
Owen pulled out a thick brown cupcake topped with sugar and twice the frosting it probably needed and handed it to Jill.
Caramel for you, Jill, and strawberry for Tyrone.
I prefer chocolate.
Owen quickly swapped the pink cupcake for a chocolate one and handed it to Tyrone.
Strawberry for me, then.
Tyrone was paying Owen a lot of attention as the ghost began to eat.
That is not normal. Most powerful ghost I've ever met, and you use it to eat. I don't know what's weirder, that or the speed at which he recovered. When I met him at the hospital, I thought to myself, it would be mere days before he was just gone.
Yeah, apparently it's got something to do with the fact I'm a medium.
Tyrone's eyes fell upon Jill, who evaded the look with a casual shrug.
Better than being an easy, I suppose.
Ah.
Guns.
You don't say finger guns, Jill. Oh, God.
Anyone
I love
can
her.
feel a ghost. It's not unique to mediums. They just need to have a strong connection to you. Though maybe there's something about mediums that is different. Not that I know. Never really heard the term used outside of, like, fiction or history books and stuff. Like witches or something.
Tyrone watched in horrid fascination as Owen silently listened to the conversation, munching away at the pink cupcake.
Never thought it was a real thing.
Finally got you to talk! And hey, we're still on camera!
Tyrone shrugged as he finally took a bite of the cupcake.
Holy shit, this is actually really good.
Language! I like to keep my stream civil, thank you very much.
Well, you might have trouble with that depending on what we find. We're not exactly hunting Casper the friendly ghost here.
New rule? No more Casper jokes.
I can do that. So anyway, according to the file we got from Spook,
Agent Smith.
there are a bunch of reports of ghost sightings acting out deaths that differ sharply from the way they actually died.
Spooky! Even for us.
So our mission is to find out why.
Right.
Thing is, there's nothing historically supernatural about this town. In fact, before the sharp increase in sightings, it could be argued below average for such things.
I'm with you so far.
So, my theory is a powerful ghost is using portions of their psychic energy to forcefully awaken passive hauntings and then torturously re-kill them. The traumatic experience of this torturous re-death leaves the previously passive ghost in a loop which scares the poop out of people who see it, thus raising the ambient fear of the town and subsequently the ambient psychic energy. With all other ghosts stuck, mindless, in loops, this powerful ghost can feed upon the energy and become impossibly powerful.
Jill looked upon Tyrone with shock and awe, respectively, before Owen finally had a chance to swallow.
What are you even talking about, brah? That is the most convoluted. I just like. Whoa.
Oh god, did Tyrone actually succeed in melting Owen's mind?
Yeah, but it could work, right?
Oh, totally, but you're 100% wrong.
Want to make a bet?
$500.
Jeez, Owen, how much cash do you have?
All the cash.
Done.
Why do you both just have like $500 to throw around?
Okay, now that we've already put money on the table, I'll tell you why you're wrong. The problem with your theory is that if you agitate a level 0 to a level 1, it might scare some people, but it's just as likely to burn out. And even powerful level 3 or 4 loops created by living beings dying rarely last very long without something feeding them. Chances are secondhand loops from passive ghosts won't last half that long. Neat plan, probably won't work.
Owen, we are not going to use your made-up leveling system for ghosts.
Owen began eating his second cupcake.
And don't just guess at things.
Well, the first things we need to investigate are the loops.
Loops, like the lady who kept dying on repeat in the hospital.
Yup.
The loops may not have actually been created purposefully, but the risk of psychic saturation, or whatever, is real. And most ghosts able to affect the real world are far different from Casper here.
I thought we agreed on no more Casper jokes.
It wasn't a joke, it was more of a reference.
Sorry.
Tyrone looked back to Owen as he neatly folded the empty cupcake box and dropped it in the trash.
Once the ghost starts murdering people, its power can spiral upwards quickly, especially if it isn't bound to a single location. In theory, at least. I've never actually heard of it happening, but I also haven't seen much of the real actors behind the curtain.
Oh, you mean like Agent John Smith?
Yeah.
So he's a demon, right? Have you ever encountered a demon before?
Once. Very different, though. Second worst case I ever worked. Third worst haunting. Anyway, we know what we need to look for. Do you want to search together or split up?
Let me check my phone.
The more the merrier. Let's go.
While I'm sure you're itching to get ditching and do your own thing, how about we double up on this one? I assume the entire reason Spook sent you with me is so I can learn from you or something. Splitting up seems like it would be counterproductive towards that goal.
Tyrone paused, thoughtful, before releasing a sigh.
I suppose you're right. So I want to check some of the haunt sites for clues. Unless you have a particularly better idea, that's where we should start.
That okay with you, Owen?
I'm not against it, but I have a few ideas of my own.
If we come up empty, we'll try there.
Tyrone pulled out his phone and tapped a few times before pocketing it and adjusting his hood. Then, with a thoughtful pause, he threw it back.
No reason for that, I suppose. It'd be hard to hide an entourage. Let's head out. The first place is within walking distance of here.
So, what exactly are we hoping to find?
I don't know specifically. Not yet. We could be looking for anything between psychic residue to a dropped wallet. If nothing else, we'll get the chance to see what was done and break the loop.
You're just going to get rid of the ghost?
Yeah, better than leaving it like this to slowly suffer and fade. And I truly believe that sometimes it's just best to move on.
Like heaven?
I don't know and I don't pretend to, but I believe there's something.
Tyrone walked in silence as though searching for words.
Doesn't matter. We're here.
Tyrone gestured abruptly to the house they were so casually passing.
Don't we wanna, I don't know, walk in?
Not on the first pass. We're just scoping it out.
They walked further before turning around, and then Tyrone beelined for the door.
What was all that about?
Basic breaking and entering. When you look like me, you don't want to get caught trespassing.
That sucks, brah.
Yeah.
They were inside in a moment, and almost immediately, Jill felt it. The cold was violently intense. Her hair stood up on end, and she suppressed a shudder.
What the hell?
Him?
Heck. What's going on in here?
This place is like me.
What is that supposed to mean?
Like running hot, burning at both ends, overclocked.
Yeah, but it's worse than that. It's like they tore it apart, shattered it so there were more ends to burn.
This analogy is getting confusing.
The voice shook the walls as the trio turned slowly to the kitchen where she stood. Whoa. The moment Jill looked on her, her knees began to give out. Pain, so much pain, and the carving of flesh, the screaming, torturous flailing of nerves. God, why couldn't anyone hear her? Help me. Someone help me, please. And suddenly she was back, Owen's hand on her shoulder, a sharp burning pain where his hand lay. Tyrone was already at the woman's side, and the back of his hand stroked the side of her face as her glow grew brighter and more intense. And in that heartbeat, she was gone. I'm liking the animation they're throwing into this now.
You doing okay, brah?
Yeah, I'm fine now.
Like, it was really subtle in the first chapter, but now it seems like they're gonna get a little more involved.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I expected.
What exactly did you expect?
Good point. But man, that almost got to me even.
About that, why didn't it exactly?
I've got a magical tattoo.
Not you, Owen. Tyrone.
Honestly, it's almost entirely me being used to it. No real trick. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm actually starting to consider taking up Owen's offer of a tattoo. Not really a fan of tattoos.
Idly, Jill led the way outside, eager to be back in the sunlight.
Wait, he said he would design you a tattoo?
He turned to Owen.
What about me?
Sure, what do you want?
I'd kind of dig the full suite.
I mean, I could do that, but you'd have to learn to control it. It's like learning to type for the first time, though.
Tyrone grimaced.
I don't really type well as is.
I type really well. 138 words a minute.
Bullshit.
Tyrone!
Spit. I said spit.
Language!
Nah, man, you should see her. She's got like 1 billion atoms.
APM.
Yeah, atoms.
Yeah, I mean, I know, I've seen your stuff. Not often, but, I mean, you're one of, like, 2 female streamers I know.
There are a lot more than that, and a lot better than me.
Yeah, like Kiki, right?
Oh, low blow, Tyrone.
Don't talk about Kiki.
I haven't actually gotten to meet her yet. I mean, other than when she kidnapped me. And that I kind of missed out on because she kind of drugged me while I was sleeping, and I didn't wake up until the explosion.
You're welcome, by the way.
Okay. Anyways, I was kind of a huge fan of her at one point.
Yeah, but not anymore, right? Please tell me you're joking. She kidnapped and planned to use you to fuel her ritual.
Yeah, but I can understand why she did it. I honestly think she was doing the right thing for the information she had available. Glyphs or whatever are ridiculously complicated stuff.
She was going to kill you!
I know, I honestly can't really blame her, especially since things worked out.
Did they? All we really managed to do was blow up a gym.
And release dozens of gnolls.
What?
The gnolls. Your ghost completed the ritual.
What?
Huh, I was wondering about that.
The gnolls are free. I survived, albeit a little bit worse for wear. And other than a school gymnasium, no harm done.
Jill's mouth hung open as her mind raced.
You didn't know?
Done.
Done? With what?
Didn't we come here to find the ghost? I've got a line in its psychic thingy. What did you call it, Tyrone?
First of all, psychic terms are all Ripley. Second, I don't remember.
Well, I've got it sent.
What? Are you a gnoll now?
Owen appeared thoughtful.
I don't think so.
Can we discuss the whole ritual thing in Misty Mornings?
Sure, but whatever this is, we need to deal with it. And I'd like to deal with it now, assuming you don't mind?
Ugh, fine.
Sorry I didn't mention all that stuff earlier. I kind of figured you knew.
Oh, Owen, I don't blame you. You're not always all the way here.
Yeah. Let's go.
And with that, Owen puffed a ghost form and started to float away.
He is going to wait for us, right?
Jill didn't bother to do more than shrug as she followed him down the street.
No, this has got to be all you.
I know what you mean, brah. I too hate school. I flunked out. Or died. 50-50.
That's a weird way of looking at it, but makes sense.
I think it's more that people will be very suspicious of him going in.
'Cause he's black?
What? No, it's because I'm an old dude who's dressed like a hobo?
Why do you dress like that?
All the stuff I wear is haunted in one way or another. Unfortunately, the haunted stuff tends to have a lot of wear and tear.
So are you rocking full purples or what?
Huh?
Brah, it's a gaming reference.
Save those jokes for when you're around, Marcus. Not that I'm not a gamer, I just tend to play horror more than anything else.
Oh god, are you like those truck drivers who go home and boot up Euro Truck?
I played King's Quest 1, 2, and Zork. Then I got busy with school, then I died, or flunked out.
Huh?
I just don't want to be left out because I'm not hip to the modern coolness, brah.
What can I get you, honey?
Stack of pancakes, side of hash browns, cup of coffee, and... Do you have any pie?
Sure do.
2 slices of pie. What about you two? My treat.
Owen must be a Dean fan. Tyrone moved as though to speak just as Jill's phone buzzed for what was likely the gazillionth time. She had developed a habit of ignoring it, but decided to take a risk and see it. Perhaps the messages were from someone else. A single glance told her, no, they weren't.
And you?
Could I get some french fries?
The waitress nodded as Tyrone shook his head, declining any food.
Just let me know if you need anything else.
Tyrone noticed her phone then.
Anything up?
Nothing abnormal. Well, nothing newly abnormal.
Tyrone shot her a worried look.
Huh?
Tyrone didn't answer the question, merely giving a knowing nod towards the phone.
It's not that bad.
Tyrone cocked an eyebrow.
Really, it's not. It's more like, I suppose I kind of feel bad about the whole state of things there, you know?
A message flashed across the screen.
What are you talking about?
So, do we have a plan for getting into the school?
All eyes went to Tyrone.
Don't look at me. In this day and age, I wouldn't be caught dead in a school zone in my hunting gear.
So, change maybe?
I, didn't bring anything else.
Owen, you're from a well-to-do family. Can you, like, manifest fancy clothes and fake being a teacher?
Brah. Nah.
Why not?
I dressed like this my whole life. Fancy duds would be alien and hard to manifest. Also, I don't want to.
Jill might be able to pass as a senior.
Maybe. We need to get her a fashionable backpack to make her properly look the part.
And maybe pigtails instead of a ponytail?
Wrong kind of schoolgirl, brah.
What? No, I didn't mean it like that.
Wouldn't work anyway.
Just a sec, guys. Why? What's up?
You literally have a fan club there, and you don't need to type.
What?
You have a fan club, like fans of you.
What? I'm not that popular. Wait, I'm not, right?
With that, Jill swiped away from the messaging app and began to pour through her social media. Her search was short-lived as the Messenger app returned with the demanding words of Tulip.
You're not any better off than the last time you checked. These kids are just flippin' weirdos.
Oh. Well, okay.
I guess that kills the plan.
Why don't we send Tulip?
You want me to just, like, throw my phone inside?
Nah, brah. Though, that would be pretty funny. I mean, you get with the voodoo you do so well, and get her manifesting. She's linked to you and your phone right now, but if you pump her with enough spirit juice, she'll be able to take your phone on a walkabout. And she's like, actually a teenager.
Jill's phone buzzed with violent indignation. Tyrone's face spoke the words he dare not say in earshot of the phone.
Wait, I can make her manifest? Like, that's a thing that I can do?
I mean, not permanently or nothing, brah. Probably.
Probably.
But you can certainly get her running around for a bit.
Can we go back to the probably part?
I mean, maybe eventually, but probably not. I know, you got the mojo to go like JoJo.
Why are you talking weird?
Because it's expected.
It really is.
Don't worry, Owen. That bro just don't know how far we go because we pro with our sick flow.
Damn, Jill! Hitting it with the sickness.
Nice, brah.
Was that a two fist pumped? I was gonna say, is that more of like a chest bump that they did?
Okay, so with that out of the way, are you saying you're gonna manifest Tulip? Can you do that?
Tyrone was looking at Owen.
Oh, not me, her. She's the medium.
Huh. Can you do that then?
Jill took a moment to think on it, a moment that drew long as food arrived.
Cheese fries?
I like cheese fries. That said, I didn't order these. I thought I just said fries.
Your boyfriend whispered to add the cheese.
Oh, I am not her boyfriend. Not my type. No offense, brah.
Damn, Owen, what is your type? Jill's kind of cute.
No probs, bruh. Same.
Ooh, okay, at least it's mutual.
Well, you'd make a cute couple.
The silence stretched as the waitress left.
She should keep her ships to herself.
Ships? I didn't think that term applies to real life. And about Tulip?
Jill opened her mouth to answer as her phone buzzed for the 1000th time.
Sure, maybe. I mean, I've been learning.
She can do it.
Owen shoved the ketchup bottle to Jill.
Draw the symbol on this and ketchup.
Really? You're going to use condiments? That's not how it works. There's a reason why there's so much ritual to this stuff. This isn't Full Metal Alchemist or some RPG. There's so much more to it than the shapes and...
Pop! Just like that, Tulip was there, sitting on the edge of the table where Jill had set her phone.
Oh man, you should have given me more warning.
Tyrone!
Got an achievement, catch-up summoner. Tulip leapt after Tyrone with all the ferocity of a hungry wolf. For the first time, Jill had the opportunity to see exactly why Tyrone was considered so impressive. Or perhaps to be more accurate, she got the impression of it. He was halfway across the diner before she could properly track him and gone out the door before she could think to react.
Oh, bra noise. Did you see that?
Are you kidding me?
I couldn't do that if I tried, and the man is doing that on instinct. No wonder Uncle Spook is in love with him.
Uncle?
Like Uncle Sam. It's a play on words.
Uncle Spook. I like it.
Can I just say I hate both of you? Like, it's bad enough having to listen to both of you idiots all day, but not being able to even tell you how much I hate you was a million times worse.
A moment of silence hung as the waitress returned to meet the new arrival.
Can I get a sundae?
Sure thing, sweetie.
Can't believe you ran away.
I love Tulip's voice acting. It's adorable.
I get the sneaking suspicion that Tyrone might not appreciate your interest.
Yeah, maybe me and Owen can find you a nice dead teeny bopper.
Oh yeah, we could totally do that. I could probably figure out a way to find something that specific.
Do you think you could program a haunted website? Deadpeopleonly.com. Find the love you never found in life.
It's a good slogan.
Oh dude, maybe. With as close as glyphs are to programming, or so you say, I still don't really get computers yet. Dude, I was using Windows 3, you're on Windows 10. It's like 7 generations.
That's not even remotely correct, but I get the idea.
Seriously, I hate you both.
So, how do you feel about infiltrating the school?
Will you help me with Tyrone?
Nah, brah. No way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then, no.
Back into the phone you go, then.
No! Are you serious? You threatened to imprison me like that if I didn't agree to do what you told me to?
So melodramatic, brah. Didn't you tell me it didn't feel like a prison, more like living life through a window? One with internet access?
Tulip's eyes flashed, and for a moment, a part of Jill wondered if she had returned the girl wholly to life. She made a mental note to ask if that was possible later. A part of her hoped not, if only to bypass the implications.
Fine, I'll go!
Tulip stood up, clutching the phone in a death grip as she skirted past the waitress and walked out.
Wait, if she has my phone, does that mean the stream is following her?
I would assume so. Okay, so I think this is going to be a good spot to stop this episode. Like I said earlier in this, I'm going to do it the same way I did Chapter 1, where I'm going to chop this up in 30-minute or so increments because I don't know how long these chapters are going to go for. So for the sake of just collecting a bunch of content, I'm going to go along in that fashion. And then once this is finished, I will continue on with Chapter 3. But I like the way this is playing out. I like that it's a little bit more of casual conversations between Jill and Tyrone and Owen and them kind of understanding each other and their powers and how to go about dealing with these hauntings and other ghosts that they're encountering. And the one that we had to deal with in that house earlier kind of threw me off because, one, I was expecting the audio to turn off so that I could read what was on the screen. And I also wasn't expecting there to be action and animation happening as the texts were popping up. So I was having a bit of a hard time focusing on one thing or the other because I didn't know whether to read or to watch what was going on to get a reaction to it. But either way, it ended up playing out perfectly, and we got through up to this point. And I'm really liking this. I'm liking that they finally got 2 new chapters out in this volume, and I don't know if they're going to do a full 4 or if they're going to stop at 3 like they did in Volume 1, but it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So anyway, I'm going to pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then thrush your mouse upon that like button. Keep playing it awesome, and I will see you all on my next adventure.